Last time on Genshin Impact, we were in the second account here, and we were about to go up to confront Stormterror. Once again for the first time. So let's get back to the top of this tower and set right what once went wrong. And, here we go.
I'm thinking about turning these adventures into songs after we're done. Hopefully, this song will be sung for years to come by the people of Mondstadt, just like the legend of Vanessa.
I have loved that song since I was small. How are you feeling today, Honorary Knight? I am completely prepared and fully confident that we can do this.
Even Master D-Luke accompanied us to the very end, despite only being an accidentally involved bystander.
You shared your secret with me, and I only returned your trust to the same extent.
It's freedom.
Freedom?
When you first arrived at Mondstadt, did no one tell you that Mondstadt is the city of freedom? She really is a child of freedom. Mondstadt is a romantic city without the reign of a king, and its citizens enjoy the most freedom amongst the 7 nations. I hope the dragon that once protected Mondstadt will soon be free too. No one should have deceived him by telling him that Mondstadt betrayed him. And no one should have told him that it was his eternal duty to protect the city. He has the right and freedom to choose his own way of life.
Venti?
Well then, traveler, may the thousands of years of wind that have blown through Mondstadt go with you. Just like the last time, I shall channel Animo energy for you.
Oh, no wonder you said his voice sounds familiar.
Here we go. This ain't gonna be easy.
Look! There are 2 shiny spots on Dvalin's back! They appear to be poisonous blood clots that have coagulated on his wounds. The Abyss Order must have cursed the wounds. That's what's corrupting Dvalin's mind. To save Dvalin, we're going to have to get rid of those blood clots. Aim for those blood clots! Dvalin is getting away, but I'm familiar with his tactics. Just hold on a bit longer. Extract and condense the pure animo from the shots being fired. Shattering them will create acceleration currents. I can't control where they will appear, so keep your eyes peeled.
Almost got him. Come on, Venti, we gotta catch up. One more ought to do it. Oh, come on, we're practically on top of him. Now! Here we go. Now the fight's on.
Now we can fight Dvalin on equal grounds. The grandest bard is here to help. But first, let me be clear. Even after hundreds of years without use, Dvalin's teeth and claws are still very dangerous. Blood clot on his neck. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Heads up.
Celestinum Finale Termini.
This dragon has strange taste when it comes to naming things.
I named it for him just now.
Seriously?
Well, anyway, let's ride the wind currents and stay away from the breaking platforms. The energy flooding out from the fissures will be hot. Be sure to watch your step. Yeah. Yeah. No chance. Aim for the tainted blood clot on his neck. been a while since we flew like this together. How, Dvalin?
Just now. Why? Why did you not ask me to protect you like the last time?
Me not wanting you to listen to the Abyss Order doesn't mean that you have to listen to me. Freedom, if demanded of you by an Archon, is really no freedom at all.
Is this the power of the Animal Archon? But I am no longer part of the Four Winds.
Even if that's so, you still protected us regardless. Now spread your wings of freedom and go with my blessing.
And so, the Stormterror threat was quelled. I clarified the misunderstanding to the citizens of Mondstadt and let them know that they are safe. To them, it seems Stormterror attacked Mondstadt out of nowhere and then vanished just as quickly. They must be finding the whole ordeal very confusing.
However, winds change their course. Someday, they will blow towards a brighter future.
You guys are back! The honorary knight returns triumphant.
Yep, we're back from tussling with Dvalin.
You just returned yesterday, right? Jean got back first, and she told us all about your heroic deeds. I wonder if I'll ever get an opportunity like that. You're right, actually. Peace is hard won, and we shouldn't take it for granted. And this time, you're the one we should all be grateful to.
You're welcome. But have you been waiting for us here this whole time?
Of course not. Just because I'm not out on the front line doesn't mean I don't have work to do. In fact, I'm dealing with the aftermath of the crisis as we speak.
Aftermath? Here? What happened in Mondstadt?
While Master Jean was away, the monsters lurking nearby made a coordinated attack on the city. Fortunately, we weren't completely taken by surprise. I detected the Hilly Churls were moving closer to the city a while back.
Oh, yeah! Paimon remembers. When we first met, you were clearing out one of their camps.
Exactly. And if we hadn't started making preparations back then, Mondstadt would be in much greater danger by now. I know, it's strange. Hilly Churls aren't usually capable of coordinating like this. Our best guess is that the Abyss Order is behind it.
They've taken over the Hilly Churls. Good thing we saved Dvalin, or they might have taken him too.
That's right. And since I'm the Outrider, it's up to me to keep eyes on the Abyss Order from now on. I'm sorry. You should be celebrating your victory, not listening to all this somber talk. I promised to take you out for some sticky honey roast, didn't I? Before everyone got caught up in the Stormterror crisis. There's no time like the present, right? You guys hungry?
You bet! You may have forgotten till just now, but it's been on Paimon's mind this whole time.
Awesome, let's go! It's been way too long since I last ate a sticky honey roast myself. Wait for me at Good Hunter. I'll be right there. I just have to clean up here real quick.
Let's not get struck by friggin' lightning. Favonius Warbow, huh? Isn't that what we have on her? Yes. Which means... Abso-freaking-lutely. Really? I can't get between them and get them both? That sucks.
Mondstadt welcomes you.
I'll talk to Cyrus when I'm good and ready.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Here we go. This is it. Crisis, danger, the thrill of adventure. Adventurers Guild. Finally, our days of rescuing kittens and finding lost puppies are over. The age of adventure is upon us. Roll up, youngsters. Join the Adventurers Guild today. In this time of great upheaval, we must rally together, take on the dragon, and save our great city of Mondstadt. What? What? The Stormterror threat is resolved? I missed the acting clanmaster's speech? Stormterror should have put up more of a fight. We didn't get to join in.
Nimrod is the drunkard, I think. Yeah.
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near.
Long live the heroes. Thank you. It's finally over. Many trade routes have closed due to the Stormterror incident. We can cope for now without fresh fruit and vegetables. But if the wine supply dries up, we're all doomed. I cannot imagine a world without wine. I hope they get the trade routes back up and running soon.
That's the least drunk this guy sounds.
So Stormterror's true identity is Dvalin, one of the Four Winds. We never should have forgotten his past sacrifice for Mondstadt. Every cloud has a silver lining. We're fortunate that our relationship with the Dragon of the East didn't sour past the point of no return. For that, we have you to thank. And Jean for her unfailing devotion. As long as we have the Knights of Favonius, peace and freedom will prevail in Mondstadt.
Greetings. May I take your order?
Why so cold? I've always thought that we enjoy quite the intimate friendship. Ah, so you do feel something for me. And people say my charm is fake. To bask in the presence of Mondstadt's new big hero is quite the morale boost. And that's coming from a knight.
Sweet-talking, sugar-coated Captain Kaya.
Nonsense. I speak from the heart. Just looking for a quiet spot to collect my thoughts.
While all the other knights are working hard to clean up after the battle?
Thinking can be an arduous task, you know. Believe me, I'd much rather be taking out the trash.
So what you thinking about then?
The Abyss Order. A dragon wreaks havoc in Mondstadt, and the acting Grand Master leaves the city to combat the threat. Strategically, that's the perfect moment for the Abyss Order to make their move. If you were the Abyss Order, would you squander this golden opportunity by sending in nothing more than a few hilly churls? To get to the bottom of it, I decided to wait. So I waited, and watched for their next move. Then came the day you made all hell break loose in Stormterror's lair. Just as the hilly churls' cries sounded from the city gates. That same day, I saw shadowy figures lurking in the city itself.
Inside the city?
Well, all the other knights were outside, fighting the enemy. As you can imagine, that left the inside of the city completely unguarded. Except for me, of course. And so I approached the Abyss Order infiltrators for a bit of, let's call it fraternizing. Through various means, I managed to gather some rather interesting intel. The situation is this. The Abyss Order, they are united under a single leader.
The Abyss Order has a leader?
Yes. And it was this very leader who devised the plot to turn Dvalin into a weapon of war.
What exactly did you have to do to find this out?
Let's just say I'm blessed with certain linguistic powers. There's more. The Abyss Order has a name for this leader. They call him the Prince.
Okay.
Now, I'm sorry to cut this intelligence briefing short, but I do believe I spy Amber heading this way. I think she's still angry with me for my absence from the defense effort during the attack. I'd better slip away before she notices me.
One minute I see Kaya, the next he's slipped away. Clear sign of a guilty conscience. Are you sure? Because that sounds like exactly what he'd say to talk himself out of trouble. But let's forget about him. I worked super hard today, and my tummy's rumbling. Let's order. Hi, Sarah. 1 sticky honey roast, please. So, now the Stormterror threat is behind us. What are your plans for the next step?
Paimon thinks it's time to leave Mondstadt and keep looking through the 7 nations until we find clues about her brother.
Huh, really? Oh, well, I guess this is goodbye for now. Hey, don't feel down. You'll always be a friend of the Knights of Avonius, and our honorary knight. Wherever you may go, and wherever the wind may blow. That's the spirit. Remember, Mondstadt will always welcome you. All right, now let's eat before it gets cold.
That was good. Note to Paimon, Amber's recommendations are worth the wait.
Of course. Well, I don't trust myself in the kitchen. You can always trust me with the menu. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Jean's waiting for you at the cathedral. It's something to do with the Holy Lyre de Himmel. You'd better head there now.
Uh-oh.
It's been getting quite busy.
We kind of broke the shit out of that thing.
Anything the Knights can do for you?
Yeah, you could have opened the door.
This is Barbara, the deaconess of the church. She is here to retrieve the Holy Lyre de Himmel.
May the Animal Archon protect you. I'm not really in a position to speak compared to our acting Grand Master, but I still want to thank you all on behalf of all of Mondstadt for your assistance.
Fortunately, everything was resolved peacefully. I can't imagine how an all-out war between the military and the dragon would have ended.
Now the Fatui have no choice but to keep their mouths shut. They must be annoyed that things didn't turn out as planned for them. This time, they even lost their best excuse to pressure the Knights of Favonius. Diplomatically speaking, they gained nothing, and on the contrary, simply proved just how vexatious they can be.
Sounds like quite the story. So, did you bring the Holy Lyre with you? We cannot ask you to keep defending the lyre forever. The Seneschal has been pressing me for a while now.
We, did bring it with us. It's a little...
Oh, don't worry. I'm not here to collect rent. The church has always received special funding. The Holy Lyre! Oh, Barbados! Even if I atone for these sins for the rest of my life, it would still not be enough!
Oh, give it here.
How could this Holy Lyre, but how?
Huh? Let Paimon see!
No. I don't know how you managed to fix it, but you'll never touch the lyre again!
We, really should get going. That trick I used to repair the Holy Lyre. I mean, the magic I used isn't going to hold forever, you know.
What? You tone deaf, Bard! Hey, don't go!
At last, Mondstadt's rodent ruler in the flesh. Scurrying through the streets looking for leftovers? Mondstadt calls this a god?
Resident rodent beats invasive vermin.
Don't you dare speak back to me, insolent bard. Absentee Archon of Mondstadt. How impotent you've become.
That smirk you wear looks out of place. Did you steal it from your master's face?
Should have held your tongue. So, this is a gnosis. Wouldn't be caught dead wearing this ugly thing in public.
Beauty isn't waste when the beholder has no taste.
Venti!
Well, we have what we came here for. Come, before our dear Favonian friends arrive. Leave nothing for them to find.
Honorary Knight, you're awake! I wouldn't say he's alright, exactly. I found you lying unconscious outside the cathedral and used my elemental powers to heal you. That bard awakened first, but strangely, my healing powers had almost no effect on him. This is the first time I've encountered such a patient. But he just said, it's completely normal, and then got up and left the cathedral.
He left? Already? Where'd he go?
The symbol of Mondstadt's hero. That's what he said. I wanted to stop him, but Master Jean, said to let him leave. How strange.
remembers Venti healing under that tree before. It's probably due to the connection between Windrise and the Animal Archon. Master Jean has figured it out as well, but we can't tell Barbara.
We need to heal anyway. Oh goody, another thunderstorm.
The wind amongst the branches is good. I love the way it smells. I said the exact same thing last time. Why do I only say these things when I'm down on my luck? So you noticed. This isn't something I'm meant to discuss with ordinary people, but I suppose I can let you in on the secret. As you know, visions are external magical foci that only a small minority of people possess. They use these visions to channel elemental power. In truth, every wielder of a vision is one who can attain godhood and ascend to Celestia. We call such people allogenes.
Allogenes? Paimon's never heard of them before.
That's because this is a secret that only Archons are privy to. We don't need primitive tools like visions. Instead, each Archon has an internal magical focus that resonates directly with Celestia itself, known as a gnosis. It's just a glowing glass ball I carry around to avoid suspicion.
So who was that nasty woman who sent Paimon flying and stole your gnosis?
Her name is Signora, number 8 of the Harbingers. She and the rest of the Harbingers have been given godlike executive authority by the Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya, and with it, strength surpassing that of other mortals.
The Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya? Isn't that...
Indeed. She is one of the 7. The Tsaritsa who reigns from the Zeppeljärni Palace, and the one person that the Fatui Harbingers all answer to. The 7 don't always get along well, but still. I never thought that she would plot to steal another Archon's gnosis. How should I put this? 500 years ago, I knew her well, but I can't say the same is true now. You see, a certain catastrophe happened 500 years ago, and after that, she cut off all ties with me. But we can save discussion of the Cryo Archon and the Fatui for another day. If you seek the rest of the 7, many difficulties lie ahead of you still. You should head for Mondstadt's neighboring nation of Liyue. The Geo-Archon who reigns there, unlike me, administrates his entire region personally. He only descends once every year to give his divine predictions, which set the direction for Liyue for the rest of that year.
Even so, it sounds like he works much harder than a certain someone,
In any case, this year's Rite of Descension is soon to begin. If you miss it, you'll just have to wait another year.
What? Oh, why didn't you tell us before? Well, then bye! We're going!
One moment, Windborn Outlander. Just use it gratefully. Or, better yet, treat me to a glass of dandelion wine. Traveler, as you set off on your journey once again, you must remember that the journey itself has meaning. The birds of Tevat, the songs in the cities, the Tsaritsa, her Fatui and the monsters, they are all part of your journey. The destination is not everything. So before you reach the end, keep your eyes open. Use the chance to take in the world around you. Great. So, that's that for the Animo Archon's admonishments. Back to Venti time. If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not always in a single climb. Up till the end, Dvalin remembered his duty as one of the Four Winds. As such, I don't intend to forcibly strip him of that duty and force my ideals of freedom onto him. I just hope that Dvalin will be able to choose for himself and understand what freedom is. Before I became an Archon, I too was taught the meaning of freedom in this way by a friend. If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not always in a single climb. As I said before, vision wielders are known as allogenes and may ascend to Celestia. A gnosis is a higher-order nexus of elemental manipulation and is emblematic of an Archon's status as one of the Seven. But as for which of the Seven took your brother, I'm sorry, I don't know. Wait, as one of the Seven, I'm not clear of suspicion yet either, am I? We're a great team indeed. Say, once you find your brother, how would you like to become one of the new Four Winds?
You don't seem too into it. Hey, Tone Deaf Bard! If being one of the Four Winds means free food, you can consider Paimon.
If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not... Well then, best be off to Lille. If the dissension ritual you failed to tally, then another year you must dally.
Huh? Seems like we were just sent a strange book. Does have a really nice cover, though. Oh, Paimon's really curious. Let's read it and see what it's about.
Just gonna throw it out there. That is the event that the summer event that we just finished up the story for. I'm not going to be recording that on the second account, but you guys have already seen that. And if you haven't, just backtrack a few videos. And you can watch that from my standard account. Okay. Adventure rank rewards. Plus our items have been forged, which means another battle pass entry is crossed off.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Take your pick. You'll find...
My strength still fails me.
Let's go ahead and get that. Yeah. lot of people, when they build their squad, their team, oh, they don't take account of certain things. But every time I do, just to give a little insight, I always try to concentrate on a few things in terms of traveling the landscape. Elemental reactions, which are very specific. Like, if you have 4 different elements, you can take advantage of that by doing different elemental reactions. As an example, Amber here has Pyro, Flame, which can get set off for an overcharge by Electro, and Lisa's got Electro. And my Traveler here is equipped with Anemo right now, Wind. Wind can spread and enhance flames once thrown, which can have an area effect that will spark onto any enemy that it touches at the time. So you can have like up to 8 enemies right there in a crowd around you. Use the wind and bust that flame out to affect them all with flame. Then elemental reaction, overcharge, and bust them all out. Now Noelle here has a special case. On my regular account, I generally use Zhongli a lot. The reason why I do that is not just because he's Geo, but because he has a defensive capability from that elemental skill. Noelle's elemental skill will put a temporary shield around your character. And this, no matter if you change the character, those shields last. Zhongli's is a lot stronger, but Noelle is a good first defensive character. There's also, I like to spread out different weapon types. You'll notice that a lot of times I'll use characters with a claymore or big friggin' sword, axe, club, what have you, is considered claymore in the game. Noelle is a claymore user, which allows you to bust through rock and stuff a lot quicker than any of the other weapons, which allows you to pick up minerals a lot easier. So a claymore is really useful if you're trying to farm for materials. Amber has a bow, which, needless to say, long range. Long range is infinitely useful. Not that useful in a close range fight, but if you've seen my videos before, then you've seen me take out hilly churl towers as part of dailies. I can do that from extremely long range because of my long range characters. Doesn't hurt that they've got that they've got the element on top of that. As you get the skills upgraded and everything, they can have added effects. The weapon choices can also have added effects. Like, if you power up on Amber's skills specifically, she can fire 2 arrows instead of just 1. One will go straight and one will just be below it. The further the distance, the more the separation in those arrows. So you could theoretically hit an enemy twice or hit 2 enemies depending on the distance. So yeah, Lisa's a catalyst. Catalysts have their own uses. On my regular account, I like to use Klee a lot, and she has an explosive ability. So, there's that. But yeah, a lot of people don't take into account different weapon types. If you spread it across and your main adventure team has different weapon types, then you can have different strategies when fighting. And, like I said, with Noelle and her claymore, you can bust up rocks pretty easy and everything. You end up swapping on the fly so that you can just get things a lot easier, quicker. And it simplifies your adventure.
Wingblade!
I'll catch up.
Just take into account, you might want to practice with your characters before
All in a day's work.
you try to take them into combat immediately. Because there is timing. Which that blue crystal right there, it took her a few shots, which is about the same amount of shots it would take you if you did a sword on a regular or black piece of steel. There's the one I was looking at. Like this. See, takes several shots with this sword, but one with a claymore.
Is this an answer from this world?
And there's an Animoculus right up here somewhere. I saw it. Was it over here? There. It was underneath me. I couldn't see it. See, the other two are further over that way. Let's leave some of these treasures for another time. Just watch yourself, because there are still wind shields. And I don't mean on in front of a car. I mean, like, you see the hue right there? That's wind. You definitely do not want to touch that shit. underneath here somehow is the, I think I have to go up and over to get the Animoculus here. It's like up in there. Alright, that kind of sucks. Let's just teleport back up. Wait. Alright.
I'll keep this close.
What the hell? Like, stop. Bah. There it is right there. Jumping off this cliff would do it. But we don't have a way to do that right this minute. Honestly, I don't think... Okay, yeah, I could work my way across there. Let's put a pin in that. I was about to say, I knew a piece dropped down. That looks like a trap. We'll get this one we already know is guarded first.
Bet you can't keep up with me! No one escapes my sight!
Is this an answer from this world?
I would argue, aren't all sweet madams delicious?
A reward on the road.
That was a lot of lizards. Okay, well, let's finish this quest up. Well, let's find a way on top of the cliff first and get that animalculus that we were looking at. It's like a dog chasing a car. They have no idea what they'll do with me when they catch me. Come on. Almost there. There. I don't think I have enough stamina to do this, but we'll find out. In case anybody doesn't already know, you can't change characters while you're climbing, and the stamina is across all your characters. I might be able to grab the cliff that way. Alright, good. I might make it. Thankfully, I found a couple little spots you can stand up. There we go. Let's see how we made out today.
Hard work
wrong
is
one.
all there.
Okay. We do have more for the constellation now. Just let that go all the way down. I always like to clear these up. Wait a minute, I think I did have a little bit more for... There we go. So we're ending off with 8 and 8. And this is it right now for the second account. I will video it when we head off to Leeway to start that adventure. Until then, folks, I will catch y'all on the next video. Back on the main account, you'll see our further adventures. I'll see y'all then.
Hard work is all there
Take care.
is to the craft.